Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mexico City for tonight's game here at Estadio Matt Wilson for the Mexico City Aztecs hosting the 8-2 Seattle Nemesis, the Pacific Division winner Seattle Nemesis. In the booth with you tonight is Chad Rowland, and right beside me, as always, my man, the co-host of The Streets Are Talking, Mr. Eddie Gage. Eddie, good evening. How you doing, buddy?
SFL Nation, what up? Oh, I'm feeling real good after Arizona's win yesterday, but it's not about Arizona right now. It's about these two teams, Seattle taking on Mexico City. I talked to both these head coaches coming into this game, and Ty Patak, Rookie of the Year potentially, MVP, who knows? There's a lot of talk out there, a lot of speculation. But going into this game, he said, hey, we're going to try to keep Mexico City in their base defense tonight. We see some holes we can exploit, and we plan on using them. We walking away with a 50 burger tonight, and if not, we're going to be disappointed. As for Mexico City, they said they want to ground and pound, limit the turnovers. We're going to see which head coach got the right answer tonight, Chad.
Yeah, in Seattle, very interesting, and also very interesting when you're looking at these uniforms. Mexico City and the Santa Fe Gorilla throwbacks, as Seattle in the breast cancer awareness uniforms as well. So very interesting, as you see on the field here, representing the Gorillas tonight. I love the throwback look here. And Eddie, want to discuss a little bit. I mean, Seattle, we talked about their offense. I mean, this is a team that's averaging almost 37 points a game.
Oh, yeah, they're doing really good this season, Chad, including the win over Arizona. So they've been rolling.
And that is going to bring out the offense of Seattle, led by that rookie that you talked about, the #1 overall pick in this past draft, Ty Patak. As we're going to get first down here from the 20. Single back set. As you are going to see T. DeQueen in motion. As it's going to be a pass on the first play of the game. As he's going to look over the middle. Oh. That is caught by T. DeQueen. And that's going to be down to the 40. First down. Nice little strike there for Seattle.
Wow, the arm strength of Ty Patak. I'm not sure how he fit that ball in there, but it's a first down as there were 3 defenders in the area looking to bat that ball away.
Yeah, and that was on, I believe, on corner Jermaine Minifield, who is not an easy task to go up against. First and 10. As one wide receiver on each side of the set. First run of the day. That's going to go to Blue Scott and breaking a tackle. Broke another one. Past midfield. Past the 40. Look at this. Past the 30. 21 shot here at the end. And they're going to get down to the 10-yard line. Blue Scott with the first run of the afternoon, as she made it a good one.
Yes, she did. I thought that was a touchdown, but excuse me for having a bad camera angle. I thought that was a touchdown for sure, as the defensive lineman was chasing her. I thought she wasn't going to be denied. But for this Mexico City defense, not giving up on the play, Jermaine Minifield cut off the angle, slowed her down a bit, and allowed his defenders to come over there and make the tackle.
Yeah, and you're seeing what has made Seattle so good this season. Obviously, one of the best offenses in the SFL, 5th in passing and 6th in rushing yards this season. They average 176 rushing yards a game. 4 wide set, empty backfield from the 10-yard line. Patak rolls out to his right. He's got time, looking, and that was broken up. Nice play there by the defense.
Second time we've seen Ben Charles come in here and make the deflection. He's coming out to play tonight.
Yep, nice play there indeed by Ben Charbs. Charbs, a 6th-season veteran, all with Mexico City. That's going to bring up second and goal, and it'd be interesting to see if Patak uses his legs here, as he has been well known as one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the SFL. Fox Highwind in motion to go to the slot. Patak drops back, pressure getting to him on the backside, and he's going to have to dump it off short. Feeling the pressure there by Mexico City. Nice time blitz.
Yeah, the right defensive end didn't get a number on him, but he was trying to swipe the ball away from Ty Patak's arm as he was throwing it and just missed it.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been Dexter Jackson, I think that was on there on the blitz. And 3rd and goal, 4 wide. Patak drops back, Pocket looks clean and tipped away, incomplete. Nice goal line stand here by Mexico City.
And waited for Mexico City to respond and not give up. Continue to fight after giving up that long run down the left sideline. They did not give up. 3 defenders in the area, and Top Attack continues to trust that arm of his to fit those passes in there. Mexico City looking to make them pay.
And just, I got to tell you, Eddie, I mean, we've been down here before to Mexico City to call a game, but I have not seen it in this Santa Fe colors. I got to tell you, I'm loving it. I'm loving the stadium. I love the way everything looks. The uniforms look really sharp here tonight as the kick is up and good. So Seattle striking first here on the first drive, 3-0.
3-0 lead for Seattle here early on. What you want to do when you're playing on the road is get the lead, take some of the pressure off yourself from your offense and your defense, and they knew just that. Got the big long run down the left sideline, unable to capitalize with a touchdown, but they did, however, get 3.
And if you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. To get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the join the community button to begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. And speaking of stars on and off the field, Nick Lockett going down the sideline past the 50 to the 40 on the other side. What a tremendous start here for Mexico City.
Absolutely, Chad. For a moment there, I thought he was going to be bottled up, but he fought off the defense and got some great blocks from the right side of his special teams unit. Bounces it outside, breaks a tackle. And for a moment there, Chad, I thought he was gone.
Yeah, usually when you see a kickoff return here in Mexico City, we're talking about Jeffrey Daggs, the Hall of Famer. But
yes,
this time Nick Lockett, the 4-season veteran at wide receiver, with the nice return. And that's going to bring out the 3-season veteran, 2 seasons here in Mexico City, number 1, Jordan Sipe in this offense. So great starting field position here for the Aztecs from the 40-yard line.
Man defense.
And there's going to be the first run of the day. That's actually the Buford Van Dam, the fullback, who was lined up as the single back. And that's going to be a gain of just a yard.
Talking to Ramos Lynn pregame, he said he planned on running the ball a lot inside and trying to limit turnovers was his game plan. To do that, he's going to slow the game down, but not settle for 3 and try to find ways to score once he gets inside the red zone.
Well, and they have a nice little combo here. We'll go over this offense here in a second. That's going to be a toss to Van Dam once again. And getting that fullback early and often here, a gain of 4.
You would think those runs to the outside, they would get their Hall of Fame tailback, Ray Bentley, involved, has a bit more speed, but perhaps Raymond saw something on film and trying to use the ability for the fullback to run defenders over to get a few extra yards.
Yep, Ray Bentley, a 13-season veteran, a 5-time All-Star, the last time in season 18. 3rd and 5. 3 wide set from the offset eye. Sipe with its first real throw down the field, and that is Lockett right there with the catch. And that's a first down for Mexico City.
Mexico City's going to move the chains, 3rd down and 5. You want to keep your offense on the field after the defense just gave up 3 points, and they do that. Slow development play, but the offensive line held up, and they moved the chains.
Yep, Lockett making that nice move there on Doug Day, who's been in this league for quite some time as a safety. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10, offset eye, 3 wide set here for the Aztecs. Maybe we'll see Ray Bentley get a run, and there is Ray Bentley with the first run past the red zone line down to about the 14, and just gets down there for the first down.
Right on cue. I thought his right knee was down prior to getting to the first down marker, but they're going to mark it down as a 10-yard gain and move the chains.
Yeah, I was going to say that knee looked like at the beginning of it that it did not get through, but that little extra effort right there at the end, as you saw that replay, Eddie, was what made the difference here. Ray Bentley showing some strength here early on. 1st and 10. And there is a toss. This time it is to Van Dam, and he's going to break that first tackle, get past the 10 for a gain of 6.
And that's what we just talked about, Chad, of why he has Van Dam running to the outside, looking to run over some of these smaller defensive backs and linebackers.
I mean, I like the creativity of this, right? I mean, Buford Van Dam is one of the most bruising fullbacks in the SFL, so getting him running early and often is a good idea. 2nd and 4. Looks like Seattle might be trying to bring the blitz here, expecting the run. They're going to get it. Buford Van Dam up the middle, just mowing through guys as he gets a first down and more down to about the 3-yard line.
And Van Dam, I think if he keeps his shoulder square, Chad, he potentially picks up a couple extra yards, but nonetheless, it's 1st and goal, Mexico City.
Yeah, and I mean, for a team that is 2-8, that has looked like they have struggled this season, this first drive, you couldn't tell a difference between who's 8-2 and who's 2-8. As you're going to see the I formation set, there is going to be a handoff. This time it is to Ray Bentley, and he is stopped just short. And it looks like Jones was right there for the tackle.
Jones made the tackle, but the right defensive end made the play, forced him to cut back inside. Otherwise, that's a touchdown.
And actually, that was a strong safety, Bryant James, there on the tackle, as it is going to be 2nd and goal. And it looks like Sipe is going to change the play at the line. And they are going to hand it off to Bentley, and they're going to stop him there once again. Doug Day right there for the tackle.
3rd down and goal from about 1.5 yards out. Makes the difference between a 7-point scoring drive and 3. Let's see what Mexico City has dialed up.
Let's see if I would love to see a fullback dive right here with Van Dam. He's got the power to do it. They are going to send Bartley in motion. And it's going to be to Bentley, and it looks like the line broke that up. Nice play there. Another great goal line stand here in this game so far, Eddie.
Seattle's defense holds, going to limit Mexico City to a 3-point opportunity. Both defenses shutting things down once they got into the red zone.
That is going to bring out the kicker, Chaz Blackwater, for his first attempt of the night. It is up and it is good, so this ball game is tied here in the middle of the first quarter. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future, as you can also explore links in there for future episodes of The Streets Are Talking. Sorry, Eddie, I had to plug our show. As we're going to get this past the 20, and look at a nice little juke move there to get up to the 26-yard line, and that's going to bring out Seattle's offense here once more, Eddie.
Nice return for John Fullerton, the team's 4th receiver in the depth chart. Hashtag making an impact with their return.
Yeah, and Baloo Scott had that one big run for 50 yards. Let's see if she's able to do it again.
4-4 defense versus this spread look.
1st and 10. As that is going to be a toss. It looks like Christian Bakajalupi is actually in the backfield, and that's going to be a gain of 5, the tight end.
Gerard Brody, that was a 5-yard gain, but had he not made that tackle, that's a gain of about 15 plus.
Yeah, you got to love the creativity of the Seattle offense. I mean, putting guys at different positions. Obviously, Bakajalupi, a wide receiver, in at the running back. And there's going to be a handoff to Baloo Scott. She had one good run earlier. Let's see if she does it again. And this time she's bottled up to make it a 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2. Mexico City's defense has a golden opportunity to stop Seattle, get them, their defense off the field, and set their own offense up with good field position. Can they do it? 4-4 defense.
Heavy eye set, 3rd and 2. Looks like they're going to send the tight end, Pauly Truth, in motion. As look at this, Patak just takes it on his own and gets the first down a little bit more up to the 40.
And that happens because the defensive line was spread out. You know, you thought they would pinch down inside in situations such as this, but perhaps they thought the run's going to go to the outside. It did not. Type Attack saw it, called his own number, probably slapped his center on a button, told him that's a signal for a QB sneak.
And that's what you got to look out for if you're a defensive coordinator. Type Attack can easily take it with his own feet, as that's going to be a handoff to Baloo Scott. She breaks a couple tackles, but Jeffrey Daggs right there to clean it up, gain of 2.
Mexico City coming out here early, showing us a lot of different looks. 3-4, 4-4, 4-3. They got it all going tonight.
Yeah, looking like they're running that multiple defense, and it's working quite well. as it is going to be 2nd and 8. Patak drops back. Offensive line holding up well, but the pressure's getting to him. He's going to take it off on his own, and it's going to be just a gain of a couple. Interesting thoughts, Eddie, on, when you're a quarterback like that, Ty Patak, rookie, people are talking MVP, not just rookie of the year, but do you slide in those situations? Or are you trying to fight for those extra yards, Eddie? What are you thinking?
Listen, young man, 3-3 ball game, slide, protect yourself.
Slide. Patak drops back, and he's going to take it once again. And look at gets out of that jam. I don't know how he did that, but he's going to get past midfield for a first down.
And this is a common occurrence for Ty Patak. That's something you got to account for. Whenever you play this Seattle team, this offense, he has a knack for finding those holes in the defense, finding those pockets to escape out and pick up extra yards just when you think everyone is covered and accounted for.
Yeah, just when you think your defensive line is getting the pressure and winning those matchups up front in the trenches, Ty Patak says, nope, I'm going to take off on you, get 10 yards. Patak drops back, quick throw, down to the middle, and that's going to be caught to the 30-yard line. Pauly Truth with his first catch of the night.
Jeffrey Daggs, he's not the biggest safety, but he had that queued up, and I thought that was a kill shot. Look at this on the replay. He's just a bit too slow to react. Otherwise, he should have been able to knock that ball loose.
I mean, Jeffrey Daggs is 5'10", just over 200 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
Pauly Truth is 6'6", 250. I mean, that's an impressive hit there by Jeffrey Daggs. 1st and 10, Patak changes the play at the line.
Big kills.
And that's going to be a handoff to Blue Sky. And look at Jermaine Minifield right there with the hit stick on his own.
Good stick. He not only did he keep his outside shoulder free to prevent him from to prevent Blue from bouncing outside, but he also makes the tackle. That's very impressive.
Yep, Blue's got 5 attempts for 61 yards so far tonight. Has a 50-yard rush, so everything else is just 11 yards. 2nd and 9. As that's going to be a handoff to Scott. Almost had the edge there. I think if she would have just kept going to the outside, she may have had some room, Eddie.
Yeah, they guessed right. This time, Mexico City brought the pressure on the inside. I believe it was inside blast 3, right up the A gap. Type Attack figured that out and had Baloo bounce to the outside, but unfortunately, she didn't stay out there, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6, 5 wide here for Seattle. As Patak's going to drop back. He pump fakes, and look at this. He goes down with a sack. And that was the backup defensive tackle there making the play.
Mexico City in a cover 3 look, keeping that safety in the box, making things difficult for Type Attack, cutting off those easy, shorter plays, forcing him to throw the ball deep. There's nothing open. If there's a time for Type Attack, a time for him to take off, that would have been it. Now he's outside of field goal range, and he has to force a punt.
Yeah, that was an excellent play there by the defense, and that is going to do it here for the first quarter. All tied up at 3. We'll be right back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in Mexico City. Chad Rowland, Eddie Gage in the booth tonight. Adam Nold and DeMoss Simeon in the stats truck. Thank you, gentlemen, for all the hard work. And Cameron Irvine, as always, producing the games every single week, as that is going to be punted away. And that's going to be a touchback, and they're going to take that out to the 20, Eddie.
Unfortunate with that punt there is that's going to be a net gain of about maybe 15 yards.
And we saw a nice drive on, the first drive there from Mexico City. They were able to take it down all the way to the goal line, and they just could not punch it in. Hopefully they just continue that same momentum here, Eddie.
Look at the safety for Mexico City, Jeffrey Daggs.
And that is going to be a handoff here. Ray Bentley with a nice little juke move gets a first down. Look at this, Eddie. Past the 50, down to the 40. The old man, Ray Bentley's got some life in those legs still, and he's going to take that to the house for a touchdown.
And you almost saw it pre-snap, Chad. The safety for Seattle down in a box, it looks like they were anticipating pass, but they hit him with a quick hitter right up the A gap, and Ray Bentley showing he still has wheels left despite all those miles under his belt.
Yeah, quite a bit of miles indeed for the Hall of Famer. An 80-yard touchdown outrunning flex squad member TJ Harper. As he was not flexing on that play, he couldn't even get to him. And Mexico City with the first touchdown of the night. And, I mean, if
Chad,
you would have asked...
why you throwing jabs in the second quarter, man?
I'm not throwing any jabs. I'm just saying, he's a flex squad member, right? You think you have the speed to get there, but he did not. As the kick is up and good, so Mexico City striking with the first touchdown of the night, and that's going to be 10-3.
Fox Highwind was on the sidelines, Chad, asking for the ref to throw a flag for a block in the back. Did not get it, and now Seattle has to respond.
Yep, shout out to Mike Daggs in the chat. He was reliving his glory days right there, 100%. As now, I mean, that is a momentum shifter here for Mexico City at home. Seattle's going to have to respond there after that last drive where they had to be forced to punt. As Fox Highwind's going to take that up to about the 30-yard line.
Get another look at that end zone, Chad. I really do like this remake. As talking to Mike Daggs pregame, Chad, he used some words that quite aren't in the English dictionary for the design of this stadium.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I love it. I mean, I'm loving everything about it, right? I mean, the end zones look fantastic.
He called it completely redecorated. What does completely mean?
Completely redecorated? That's something that the Nor'easters say, right? 1st and 10 as Patak drops back. Pressure coming to him. He's got to dump it off short to Fox Highwind. That was nice heads-up play there by Ty Patak because that blitz was making its way to him.
It was, but he had a hot receiver in Fox Highwind. And you can tell, you saw him look over to him just as the ball was about to get snapped, letting him know, hey, run a hot route, get open, I'm going to find you.
Yeah, they may try to dial that play back up later on. Maybe it'll work if they get some better protection. 2nd and 6. As it looks like maybe Dexter Jackson's going to try to blitz up the middle there. And Patak on a designed rollout. Looking down the middle, and that is caught. Nice play there by the tight end, Pauly Truth. And it's crazy to think, I mean, you don't hear much about Pauly Truth in this offense because Ty Patak and everybody kind of outshines, but Pauly Truth is one of those very dependable tight end targets for him.
Pauly Truth brought their reception in, looked at the crowd and said, I am the truth. He ran what looked like either a skinny post or a 9 route, couldn't quite see the angle on it, and had all kind of daylight between him and the safety. Not sure what the miscommunication there was.
Yep, Pauly Truth, 4 touchdown catches this season, 451 yards coming into the game tonight. As Patak, short drop, looking T to Queen is found, and that's going to be a gain of 6.
Dexter Jackson leads the team in tackles for loss, tackles, and I believe he's second in the SFL in tackles, and he literally launched his body at T. McQueen and said, hey, listen, it's equal opportunities out here, and I'm willing to dish out hits to everybody. I don't care what gender you are.
Yeah, 25 tackles for loss. But Patak's going to
look at this design rollout.
Look at this, and he's going to have some room there, and it's going to get down to the 30-yard line. And I'll tell you what, he had all day to run. If he would have just made a nice juke move there, he could have been gone.
Yeah, I thought for a moment there he was going to get out of that tackle attempt and head off to the races, but great open field tackle by Mexico City.
I mean, he had John Fowler right there just fooled, right? I mean, Fowler was just kind of, he didn't know if he was going to throw it down the field or take off with it, and he just kind of stood there and just watched him run around. Nice design play there by Seattle. 7:47 to go here in the second quarter.
Is a big tight end. Look at him.
He's a huge tight end. 6'6". He's a big guy. Patak drops back, looking, finds T to Queen. That's going to be a first down.
Wow, and you can see John Fowler. He read that play like a book, and he was trying to get over there and make a play to bat the ball down and just could not quite get to it. Look at that effort. The big man is trying to get over there and bat that ball away and help out his corner, but just could not quite make the play.
Yeah, and now we're in a dangerous territory in the red zone once again here for Seattle, as they are going to go 4-1.
Look at this.
This is an interesting formation indeed. Patak, short drop to Highwind, and that's only a gain of a couple.
Not quite sure what Ty saw there, as he had this defense jammed up inside with 3 receivers to the outside, holes everywhere in that zone, and decided to dump it off short.
Yeah, we'll see if they come back to that formation. As 2nd and 8, there's going to be a handoff to Baloo Scott. She's
Great
able
tackle.
to get just a couple yards there. As Eddie mentioned, great tackle indeed, led there by Dexter Jackson.
Dexter Jackson is a handful. 95 tackles are coming into this game. That's second in the SFL, and he leads the entire league with 25 tackles for loss.
That is a staggering number to think about. 25 tackles for loss. 8 seasons in the league, all 8 of them here in Mexico City. Patak drops back. Was going to try to go, but Dan Tritz said, no, my man, you're going to go down right here.
Second time Seattle has gotten down here in the red zone. Second time Mexico City's defense holds. They're going to force him for another field goal attempt. He tried to take off, but Dan Tritz has seen this movie before. He was ready this time.
Yeah, he was not going to get fooled by that one. As that is going to bring out the field goal unit here for a 33-yard attempt. As Christian Ronald Suey is going to come out. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. As Seattle inching closer there. Now it is 10-6.
10-6. Mexico City, if they continue to hold Seattle to field goal attempts, they're going to have a good day at the office, but the offense has got to keep pace because Seattle darn sure will too.
Yep, if you're liking this game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or upcoming SFL in action, and help the channel grow through your support, as this time it is Jeffrey Daggs taking it out to the 32-yard line. And yeah, if you're Mexico City, you just got to keep going with what you're doing, right? Because you've looked pretty good so far.
They do. You want to see them continue to feed both their fullback and halfback, keep them both happy, keep Seattle guessing, but you can't just feed them the rock in the run game. You got to get selective passing attempts as well to keep this defense guessing.
Yep, and that is the name of the game. If you're an offensive coordinator, you gotta, the DC's got to not know what you're doing. As it's gonna be 1st and 10 from the 32. Sipe drops back, pressure coming up the middle, but he finds his man. Look at this, and Cooper might be gone. And Valentine's trying to catch up to him, and he does, and he gets it down to about the 15-yard line. And they brought the blitz, and they made him pay for it, Eddie.
They did. We saw a bit of this yesterday in the Arizona-Minnesota game. They brought that blitz the second time tonight, Chad. First time they were victimizing the run game. This time they brought the safety, same play, but this time they throw the arrow route. There's no one behind them. Hard to cover those man-to-man. Slants and arrows are man-to-man killers as you're trying to not to get beat deep. Meanwhile, they're running sideline to sideline. That's just a hard cover for any cornerback in this league.
Touchdown saving tackle there by Daniel Valentine. As it is going to be 1st and 10. Mexico City with an opportunity knocking on the door from the 13. As they are going to hand it off to Ray Bentley, and not able to break that tackle. It's actually a loss on that play.
Yeah, loss on the play, did not get the number. It looked like 55, Sabo Kanan. I mean, talk about a shot to the ribs. My goodness, Ray's going to feel that one going into halftime.
Oh, yeah. He's going to definitely feel that. I mean, he's been in the league for 13 seasons. That body's wearing down a little bit. I mean, but then again, I don't know. He broke that 80-yard touchdown. I may be wrong on that. 2nd and 11, offset I. As Sight got plenty of time looking in the end zone, and there's going to be a pass interference call in the end zone. That's TJ Frosty.
Yeah, that was a bang play, and actually, I thought they got this one wrong. I think they jumped to the gun. We'll get another look at it, but I thought that was a clean pass breakup.
Let's take a look at it here. TJ Frosty.
No, that's clean. You got to let that one go, ref.
He might have been there just a little early.
No way, Chad. No. Come on. I can tell you're an offensive guy. That was clean.
It looked clean. It looked clean now. I see it. So I just needed a better camera angle. See, I'll make an old man joke. These old eyes can't see that well sometimes.
Yeah, those glasses, Chad, aren't working too well.
No, they're working okay for now. 1st and goal from the 1. As Sipes going to drop back. He's
nice play.
Look to Buford Van Dam. Nice play. That is a touchdown on the screen pass to the fullback.
Look at the big man Trying to show off those dance moves. That's something you typically don't see from a fullback, but you get a 1-yard touchdown reception, sir, and you're allowed to do all the dancing you want. Congratulations to Mexico City and this offense, whose offense has been struggling coming to this season, Chad. All season long, they just fail to put up points and help out their defense, but thus far, they're on track to put up points.
Yeah, that looked like those dance moves were. I love big man touchdowns because you always get those nice dance moves, right? I mean, that's like, 8th grade dance, like you don't know what you're doing type of moves, you know what I'm saying? And the kick is up and good. So Mexico City here with a very interesting lead here. If you would have asked me before this game, I would have said the score would have been flipped and maybe Seattle up 17-6, but Mexico City coming out hot right now, Eddie.
Mexico City came into this game averaging 17.8 points per game, Chad. Not going to get it done. That's 27th in the SFL, dead last, but they have 17 points here midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good right now as Fox takes that out to the 22. We're going to go to the SFL studios for the first time tonight with Cameron Irvine. Cam, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. DC has your league leader in touchdown receptions. That's Lauren Percoco with her 8th. Canton got a touchdown right at the end of the half and a stop in the third. 17-13 Dragons. A good one in DC. Back to you in Mexico.
Looks like a good block of football tonight we got here on Sunday Night Football. 1st and 10 from the 22. Offset eye for the Nemesis. That's going to be a toss to the outside. Blue Scott's got some room. Made a spin move, and Eddie, I'm not sure if that spin move actually worked. I think it slowed her down a little bit.
Blue Scott got some great blocking on that left side of the offensive line as John Fowler got boxed and pushed in about 3 yards toward the middle of the field. I thought she was about to take off about 20, 25 yards, but made an ill-advised decision to cut back inside.
Coming out here in a 3-4 as Patak drops back and, tipped away. I thought the linebacker had an opportunity there and looked like it was tipped away and made 3rd down.
Chad, the arm strength of Ty Patak is unreal. I didn't think that ball even had a chance of getting there. And at first glance, I thought it was completed. But Mexico City did a great job of knocking that ball out.
Big 3rd down here. You can hear the Aztec crowd getting into it. Here late in the second quarter, Patak drops back, and that is caught, and they are going to give him a 1st down. And, man, I'll tell you what, I thought there might have been a horse collar tackle there.
No, I think he got turned around because he actually caught the ball and ran back beyond the line of scrimmage, but turns around and uses that upper body strength to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, that was Pauly Truth, the big fella there at tight end, as Patak's going to change the play. Let's see if he guesses correctly. As it's going to be a toss to Blue, and that is going to be stopped. Oh, look at this. Blue Scott able to muscle her way through, broke a couple tackles, and made something out of nothing.
Blue Scott making up for that ill-advised decision a couple of plays ago. Bounces it outside. I thought that was going to be a gain of about a half a yard. But Blue Scott said, hey, girls can hit too.
Split spread formation. Bachagalupi in the backfield now as they send Blue Scott out. And Patak looking, he's got plenty of time and finds the open receiver. That's Fox Highwind. That's his number 1 target.
We got a man down.
And a man is on the down. And that
Hall of Fame.
Jeffrey Daggs hurt on the field. And if you're Mexico City's defense, that's not a good thing at all.
Not a good look, but wow. I mean, the offensive line for Seattle held up well, giving Type Attack all day to throw. Matee Mack, Will Stevens, Ethan Kai, and Clarence Carver. Great job holding up this Mexico City front 7.
Yeah, and they're going to have to rely on that front 7. One place that they just don't have depth on is the defensive side of the ball, as you can't just plug somebody in there. As Patak drops back looking short, finds Baloo, and I thought, was that? Wow, you ever seen that play with the college quarterback that did that long run? And he faked going down? And then
yes, I did see that.
That's what that looked like right there.
He fake slid and kept running to the end zone. I did see that.
That almost looked like she went down, but then she just did not. It just kept going. So I was like, oh, is this like a fake? Patak rolls out to his right, looking, and overthrows his target. That's going to be
another
incomplete, but
bad
there's a
penalty.
flag
Chad,
on the
I don't
play.
agree with that one either.
Yeah, I don't think that ball was catchable.
It might have been catchable. I just don't think it was pass interference. Let's get another look at it.
Yep, let's take a look here. That was on Jermaine Minifield, and, well, we're apparently not going to get a good look.
Not going to get a good look, Chad. I'm looking at the replay now.
And it's going to be 1st and 10. 2 tight end set here for the Nemesis.
First time we've seen this tonight. Flip pair.
As it is going to be a handoff to Baloo Scott. And I'll tell you what, that was a fantastic job there by the offensive line of Seattle. I mean, they just opened up that hole for them there, Eddie.
Siler Kingsley got in the backfield immediately. I'm not sure how he didn't tackle Baloo for a 3-yard loss, but she just missed him.
2nd and 5, as Patak's going to roll out to his left. Looking in the middle towards the end zone. Oh, and another flag. There is laundry everywhere on this drive.
Yeah, Chad. These refs are becoming too much a part of the game. That was another bang play that I thought should have kept the flag in the. Let's see if we can. Oh, they aren't going to give us this one. You know why, Chad? Because they know those flags are egregious. That was a terrible call.
They can hear what you're saying, Eddie. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the great Eddie Gage call out their bad ref in there. 1st and goal. So Seattle just keeps getting gifted on this drive. As Patak's going to roll out, take it on his own, and just walks it in there. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ty Patak is just playing on another level. He, by himself, sometimes seems like he carries this offense. He has a lot of weapons around him. But sometimes, in moments like these, he just puts the ball on his own shoulders and says, guys, I got this. Got a great block there, but yet and still, Ty Patak continues to impress in the red zone.
Did you notice, Eddie, that was Doug Day making that block?
I did. I was about to call it, but I wasn't quite sure. Like, wait a minute, was that who I thought? And I was trying to go back and look at it again, but there you are calling it out.
I mean, that's a heck of a block right there. I mean, he stuffed that block like a Twinkie.
You would think if he's getting stuffed that block like a Twinkie, he's not getting far, but
it's been a long time since anybody said anything about a Twinkie to Doug Day. So there you go, Doug. Shout out to you, buddy. Seattle, but that's a big important score there, Eddie. Seattle inching back into this ballgame. They're only down 4 now.
Yes.
As it looks like they are not going to return this. Jeffrey Dagg's actually back in the game, so that's a big thing here for Mexico City.
Great sign. And Chad, I don't know if you saw it, but just know, Ty, this is not coming from me, but word is coming from somewhere that you are the Johnny Manziel of the SFL. Their words, not mine.
There you go. It's like he's like Johnny Manziel and Johnny Pickler, like molded into one. He's just like Baby Johnny. And the pressure coming at Bill Henry, and that's a name we have not heard tonight. Bill Henry with his first catch.
Bill Henry came into this game leading the team in catches with 55. That's 12th in the SFL. And great job by Jordan Syke keeping his eyes downfield on him, knowing he's about to get hit.
And we are at the 2-minute warning here in Mexico City. They are driving. Let's see if they're able to put some points up before the half. We'll be right back on SFL on YouTube.
Doug Day says he's a two-way player.
Said he plays both ways. Look at that. We are back here. Chad Rowland, Eddie Gage in the booth. Adam Nold and Damon Simeon in the stats truck, making us look smarter than what we sound. And Cameron Irvine producing the game for us. Thank you, gentlemen, for all the hard work tonight, as it is going to be a handoff this time to the Hall of Famer, Ray Bentley, with a broken tackle. 1, 2, and look at this down the line. Look at Ray Bentley, looking like season 9 Ray Bentley. Crossing. And what a run there by Ray Bentley.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. He looked like the season 9 Ray Bentley. For those of you who weren't around back in those days, he won the MVP as he made a living out of running both around and through would-be tacklers for additional yardage. And that right there was a flash from the past.
I mean, this is a guy that is 24th in rushing with 833 yards coming into this game, only 6 touchdowns. I mean, Mexico City is only averaging 122 yards a game rushing. which is 20th, and he's looking pretty good tonight.
Absolutely.
Maybe the fountain of youth he found down here somewhere in the mountains of Mexico City. And Sight drops back. He's got time. Looking down the middle and overthrows his target into double coverage. That's incomplete.
Great coverage, Chad. There was nowhere for that ball to go. It looked like he almost just literally just threw it away because if that ball's on target, it's probably intercepted.
Now, we are getting told that it is the Texas A&M version of Mansell. I think Eddie was trying to say he was the fan-controlled football league, Johnny Manziel.
No,
That's going to be 2nd and 10. Sight drops back, looking down the sideline, overthrows again. And, I mean, where's the ticky-tack call on that one? That could have been a possible.
Now, that was clean, too, Chad. Come on. That was clean.
I'm just saying, I'm surprised there was no pass interference call. And John Bond in the chat agrees with that. So John 3rd and 10 here. Yeah, I'm not even friends with John Bond right now. 3rd and 10.
But I don't like him.
3rd and 10 as Sight looking for that same play and almost caught. That was in the hands. Looked like it was broken up by the defender, but Cooper with an opportunity.
It was broken up, but Cooper had a second shot at it and was unable to bring it in. Gonna force a punt for the first time tonight.
Yeah, it's Seattle's defense holding up here. As that is going to bring out K.L. Barrett Jr. And as that's going to have some nice hang time on it. Received at about the 16-yard line and not gone very far there. Look at Fox Highway fighting for 5 yards.
K.L. Barrett Jr., his dad played wide receiver for these Aztecs. Now he's out here punting for the team. Keeping that family tradition going in Mexico City.
There you go. Maybe we'll see down the road K.L. Barrett III. You never know.
Maybe in season 34.
So you're down 4 here, Eddie. I want you to put on your head coaching cap. Down 4, minute to go. Are you going to try to be aggressive here?
Knowing Seattle's offense, they're definitely going to remain aggressive. They don't know what unaggressive or non-aggressive means.
3 wide set. As Patak's going to drop back. He's got time. Looking to the sideline. That is caught by Pauly Truth, and that's going to not be any gain on the play. And they're going to stop the clock.
If Mike Alvarado was looking at the football rather than the player, that could have been a pick 6.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw there by Patak indeed. So it stops the clock, Eddie. 56 seconds to go. There's that split spread ace here with Bachakalupi in the backfield. 2nd and 10. As Patak is going to take that on his own up the middle, and there's the slide that we were talking about, and the clock continues to run.
Chad, he continues to slide, but I'll tell you what, every time he drops back and decides to run, those linebackers got to be looking at chops, looking to take him out of this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those guys are hungry for pork chops. And that's going to be 3rd and 6. Over the middle, that's going to be caught, and they're going to give T to Queen forward progress. That's the first down.
That was a first down. She's about a half yard beyond the line of scrimmage. Found the sticks, turns around, locates the football, brings it in. That's a great play. 13 of 16 for 121 yards.
Yep, Patak looking pretty accurate so far, and they're not really going to be too aggressive here. 10 seconds to go here in the first half. As Patak looking at, look at this! There's an interception. Ben Charbs down to the 20 and to the 15. He gets out of bounds in time.
Smart
Mexico
play.
City, that is a very smart play there by Ben Charbs, as they're going to be able to get out of bounds, get the field goal, get out here, and get 3 points.
For a moment there, Chad, I thought that he was going to beat the offensive lineman and walk into the end zone, but I believe that was Ty Patak. It is Ty Patak chasing him down, hustling. You can't, Chad, that's one thing that's inexcusable. When I used to play, they used to tell us never get tackled by the quarterback. That's embarrassing. But in this case, I understand he's just trying to get out of bounds and stop the clock to set up this field goal attempt.
I mean, yeah, 6 foot 215. I mean, he's got a little bit of weight behind him, Type Attack does. As that is Jazz Blackwater coming out. Snap is good. Kick is up, in Mexico City coming away with points here thanks to a turnover here at the end of the half, Eddie, and Mexico City up 20-13.
Coming in, averaging almost 18 points a game here with 20 at the end of the first half, thanks to Ray Bentley and company. And this defense too, Chad, let's give them some credit. Giving Mexico City these opportunities continuously, and with holding Seattle to 3 in the red zone twice now. Both sides of the ball playing well for Mexico City here at the half.
Yeah, let's talk about this. I mean, Ray Bentley, 7 attempts for 115 yards. I mean, he's got to be indeed the player of the half. I mean, this Mexico City offense has looked really good so far.
He has. Mexico City, like you said, Phoenix Jones no longer here, but Ray Bentley has picked up the slack tonight. Him along with Buford Van Dam has had 4 carries for 16 yards, keeping this defense guessing whether it's going to be Ray Bentley rushing the ball, Buford rushing the ball, or even like we said, Bill Henry only has 1 catch. He leads the team in catches, but they only have 3 completions to these wide receivers, along with 1 to the fullback, Buford on that touchdown pass. Mexico City being pretty diverse here tonight, Chad.
Yeah, Mexico City, as I said before, they average 121 yards per game rushing. Right now, Eddie, combined with Buford Van Dam and Ray Bentley, 121 yards. So, nice little stat there for Mexico City here in the first half. I mean, if you're Mexico City, Eddie, I mean, you got to keep that momentum going. But what does Seattle need to do differently, maybe, to try to not only get back, they're still in this ballgame, but take the lead?
Well, they have their tight end, Paulie Truth, back there, who clearly has been a mismatch for them getting wide open, whether it's been zone or man looks. I would look for him more.
Yeah, and that's going to bring out Mexico City's offense. This is an opportunity here. I mean, you get that interception by Ben Charbs. You're able to, get 3 points off of it with a nice return. And now you have an opportunity here to extend this lead even further.
Mm-hmm.
So make this a possible 2-score game here. This is going to be interesting to see how they do this.
4 wide on first down.
Look at that, coming out in a bunch set here. We haven't seen him do that tonight.
No.
As Lockett is going to be the man in motion. And Sight. He's got plenty of time. Looking over the middle, finds his target. That's Bill Henry. And, usually in the early part of the season, Eddie, was always Bill Henry. That's his second catch of the night, but they have been using him very effectively.
Only his second catch on 2 targets, but it moved to change as Seattle is playing a zone defense. They got everybody back, and, man, that was not a big window to fit that ball through, but somehow Mexico City, Jordan Sipe and company do so and move the chains again.
Yep. Very impressive to be able to see over that, too. Sipe is only 5'11". It doesn't look like it there. As he's going to have that toss over the Buford Van Dam. Got a little bit of time as he broke that tackle and was just hit outside by Doug Day, but a gain of 7.
Buford Van Dam is looking a lot like that fullback in Baltimore this season.
You saying he's looking like T. Roy Gaines?
I didn't want to say his name because I didn't want to put those 2 names in the same sentence, Chad, but he's looking like him tonight so far.
But you did put them in the same sentence.
I didn't say his name. You did.
So that's going to be a handoff to Ray Bentley. Look at Ray Bentley.
Look at the block.
Look at this. Breaking tackles left and right. Ray Bentley. Look at him. He's just taking over tonight.
Yes, he is. And I don't see his number on the stat sheet, but number 86, Chad, had he got that final block in, Ray Bentley is off to the race. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone.
Yeah, I think that's a backup tight end there. Not laying that block. You're right. If he would have had that block in place, he'd have been gone. And that would be 1st and 10. And I don't think Seattle was prepared at all for Ray Bentley. Offset eye. And Sight. Got plenty of time.
Great protection.
And look at this to Bill Henry past the 20. Mexico City back in the red zone again.
Great protection. Seattle decided not to bring the blitz this time. An offensive line for Mexico City held up nicely.
2nd and 3.
Seattle with a 4-4 bear this time.
As that is going to be a handoff
Ray.
to Bentley again.
Oh,
Look,
Ray.
man, I love this right now because Ray Bentley's coming out and you see the lightness of his feet, right? He's doing that little shimmy as he goes in there. I mean, he is feeling light on them feet, Eddie.
Yes, he is. Look at this first step. He just got the football, Chad. He didn't have a chance to even secure it yet when he was already making his first juke move. Then made a second one to pick up significant yardage. Ray Bentley is turning back the clock tonight, Chad.
Yeah, indeed so. I mean, TJ Frosty, I mean, he's been in the league for 3 seasons, drafted by Denver originally, and he just didn't know what to do there. As 1st and 10, 3 wide set out of the I formation. As I would just continue feeding Ray Bentley. They indeed are going to continue feeding Bentley, and this time there's a gang tackle there. TJ Frosty, Doug Day there on the tackle.
Doug Day saves a touchdown, Chad, because Ray was trying to get that ball to the outside where there was no one there. But Doug Day did a great job. Once again, I hate to keep milking this cow, keeping his outside shoulder free and forcing Ray Bentley back inside.
Milking the cow. Interesting analogy there.
I'm a city guy.
By my partner in crime, Eddie Gage. You didn't milk cows up in Chicago back in the day?
Cover zero! Touchdown!
New randomness. I didn't remember what his name is.
Penalty to boot.
And look at that. And Eddie calling it there, roughing the passer, trying to bring the house, and guess what? House wins. As it is going to be a touchdown there for Mexico City.
Brought the pressure, and Jordan Sipes saw his receiver, knew he was going to take a hit, and kept his eyes downfield, knowing if he gets that pass off, it's a touchdown.
Wow. Devontae Richardson there with the touchdown catch. The kick is up and good. And so Mexico City extending their lead. This is what we talked about at the beginning of the second half here, Eddie. They got that interception. They were able to get the 3 points. They just got 10 unanswered points like that.
Mexico City with a 2-score lead here, up 14. Still plenty of time left. This Seattle offense is dangerous. They cannot relax here.
And they are going to take that out of the end zone. It's going to be John Fullerton just getting past the 20, up to the 21-yard line. And that's going to bring out Seattle's offense here. That was a 7-play drive, that last drive, Eddie. 64 yards, taking up quite a bit of time there. Very impressive opening drive in the second half for Mexico City.
Yeah, you just spoke about Seattle's offense. Who is their offensive starting lineup, by the way?
Well, we'll get to that.
Let us know.
Well, we'll get to that here momentarily as we are going to see a play change at the line. As Patak, short drop, and that is going to be caught there by Paulie Truth, and that's going to be a first down. Let's go through that offense in case people don't know, Eddie. Ty Patak is the quarterback. Palou Scott and Dean Jackson are the backs. Christian Bachikalupi, Gus Scott, Fox Highwind, Tina Queen, and John Fullerton are your wide receivers. Paulie Truth is the tight end. Matty Mack, Will Stevens, Ethan Kai, and Clarence Carver are your offensive linemen. As that's going to be, look at this, Paulie Truth with a nice play there, gets the first down.
Chad, Mexico City has no answer for Paulie Truth, and type attack continues to find him, whether it's man or zone. They got a body over there. He tried to tackle him low. You can't do that. You got to get below his knees, not at his thighs. He's just too strong.
He even looked like he was on his feet and like leaning, right? He looked like Michael Jackson in the Billie Jean video. As that's gonna be 1st and 10, I believe it's a Billie Jean video. As Ty Patak looking and finds Baloo Scott, and that's gonna be just a yard or two on the play.
I give Ty this. He's doing a great job of finding his hot looks. Whenever Mexico City brings the pressure, which they've done a lot of tonight, Type Attack continues to find the hot read and get the ball to them.
Yeah, Patak has done a fantastic job indeed here tonight. As it's going to be 2nd and 9. Patak, offensive line holding well. Looking down the sideline. That is,
great pass breakup.
Was in the hands of the Queen, but as you said, Eddie, you took it right out of my mouth, as that was a great pass deflection there by the defense.
Gerard Brody and Ben Charles have been all night making great plays. separating the ball from these receivers.
And a big third down here, as it is going to be 3rd and 9. As Patek looking, pressure in his face, and what a throw. Oh, tipped away. Jeffrey Daggs makes the play.
Wow, Jeffrey Daggs coming back from injury, was on the sidelines, unable to help his team out over there in the blue tent, in the blue medical tent, and just feeling helpless. As a player, I've been there. You feel like you're just letting your team down. He came back from injury, wasn't out long, comes back here, knocks the ball away, and going to force a punt.
And that's a big-time defensive stand there by Mexico City, as they're going to receive this at about the 20-yard line and take it up a couple yards there for Jeffrey Daggs. And I want to give a special shout-out to the stats truck, because not only are these gentlemen doing a fine job of stats, but they're also letting me know it was actually Smooth Criminal was the video. Where, so shout-out to the
Daggs
stats truck.
showing his versatility in the R&B circle. Knows his R&B. Great job, Mike.
There you go. Look at that. Actually, Damon was the one that called out the Smooth Criminal video, so shout out to Damon as well. 1st and 10, as that is going to be a handoff to Bentley, and nice little spin move, but Frosty making up for it there as he gets the tackle.
Putting eyes on Ray Bentley. You keep making plays like that, and all of a sudden you're going to find yourself surrounded by linebackers and safeties.
Yeah, and you're already getting called out here, Eddie. It's actually music. Pop music, my man.
Get off me, Damon. Pop, R&B, whatever, man.
That's 2 totally different things.
It is, but he's being a tough critic here tonight.
And that's going to be a toss out to Buford Van Dam. He gets to the sideline, and oh, man, just runs over Brian James. And that's going to set up 3rd and short.
I thought that Buford was going to run out of bounds, but he says, hey, I'm not a tailback. I'm a fullback. You're going to get this work.
Yep, and these fans are up here screaming about the hashtag Let Ray Run Free. As it's going to be 3rd and 3 here. As Richardson, who caught the last touchdown, is the man in motion.
Like a wide receiver the way he was running across there.
And that's going to be it.
Not going to get there.
Van Dam, but not going to get there. Seattle bringing the pressure. Good play there by Sabo Cannon.
Sabo Cannon said this. I've had about enough of this. You guys get off the field and let's get our potential MVP, potential offensive rookie back on the field and type attack in this offense.
Well, I can tell you this. The stage is set, Eddie, for the final weekend of the regular season. Saturday, the Central Division winner will finally be decided. It makes me feel nice with all 4 teams in action at 9 p.m. Eastern, plus the most hyped battle of the season, Monday night, Eddie. Finally, a Monday night spectacular we can all get behind of as Alamo City, 10-1, visits the undefeated and division rival Fort Worth Toros. For a list of games and the playoff ramifications, visit simulationfl.net. And next weekend's going to be an awesome weekend, but we got an awesome game going here right now, Eddie. Ball on the 16-yard line. As Patek. And then
Look
the pressure
out.
getting to him.
Oh.
He bounces off of him, throws it down the field.
Oh,
What
my
a
goodness.
play. Ty Patek. This guy is a rookie, Eddie. And the defensive tackle is coming up and hitting him. He bounces off of him, says, get off of me like Debo, and throws it a dart down the field to T. DeQueen.
Chad, I know I'm not the final decision maker, but if he had my vote, I would give Ty not only the Rookie of the Year award, I would go ahead and give him the MVP because he's been playing like it all season long. Just give him an award right now.
I mean, this is the first game we've been able to call for Seattle this season, and I mean, I can't argue with you right now. As Patek is going to be changing the play here at the line. Mexico City might be bringing the blitz, looking quick over the middle, and that's going to be caught there. Was it caught there by Fox Highwind? And it looks like Fox Fox is down.
Fox is down on the field. It's not looking good. He's over there asking for medical attention, and let's just hope that he's okay.
Yeah, that tail not looking that fluffy after that hit. As Fox will walk off the field there. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Fox leads his team in catches, so we got to see who's going to step up in his absence.
Yep, you just took the words again, Eddie, right out of my mouth. Saying Got to see what the next man up can do. 2nd and 2. Heavy eye set. It's going to be a handoff to Baloo Scott as she's got a nice little hole there. And it's going to be up to about the 34-yard line.
Baloo Squat has some quickness to her. She got to the outside rather quickly for a woman her size. She's impressing me tonight, Chad.
Yeah, she's been running the ball pretty well in the times that she's been called. 10 attempts for 81 yards tonight. Or actually, 11 attempts for 87
who her lead blocker
yards.
was? Wide receiver, Christian Bachelupi.
Yep,
Christian Bachelupi.
Right. Yep, Christian Bachelupi, formerly of Minnesota, was a tight end at one point. And that's going to be caught by Baloo Scott. And nice open field tackle there by John Fowler.
Great open field tackle. Met right around the line of scrimmage, but able to fight forward for another 5 yards.
Second and 5 here for the Nemesis.
I pro-loaded this. I think this is.
It might be as Patak rolls out and looking across the field and incomplete. Anytime that you roll out to one side and throw it to the other, Eddie, it's always a dangerous throw.
It is, Chad, and I know I've been harping all night for these referees to keep the whistle in their pocket, but I thought might have been an opportunity to throw the whistle there. Throw the flag there, excuse me.
3rd and 5. This crowd on their feet, 4 wide set. They are going to send Baloo in motion a little bit. As Patak drops back. The pressure gets him on the backside, and he goes down. Ziggy Blaylock with his first sack of the night.
And that's going to knock Seattle out of field goal range. It's going to force another punt, Chad. 2nd time tonight that's happened.
Yeah. I mean, the defensive line, the front 7 here in Mexico City stepping up when it matters. And in these situations, both times, as you said, Eddie, they have forced a punt instead of a field goal. So great play there by the defense for Mexico City.
And the punt returner is standing in the back of the end zone. Look at that.
Yeah, and we're going to punt that away as that's going to be pretty short. Not sure if the wind was catching that or what, but it's going to be down at the 15-yard line. And we're going to go to the SFL studios for another game break with Cameron Irvine. Cam, take it away.
Thank you, Chad. Kevin Say tonight, 13 carries, over 16 yards a carry. He breaks this one out and scores for the Dragons, his second 60-yard touchdown of the night. They're up 8, but Canton's got the ball with under 2 minutes to go. Back to you in Mexico.
And a running back here on this side is doing good here as Ray Bentley with a gain of 7. Thank you, Cam, for the game break.
I got a question for you, Chad. If Kevin Say is averaging 16 yards a carry, why has he only gotten the ball 13 times?
I mean, that's a good question. If he's averaging 16 yards a carry, I am feeding that man. I'm
just
I'm direct snapping it to him at this point. Offset eye. There's the handoff to Van Dam as he's going to get almost a first down. He's going to be just short, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we're being told by the stats team, about the SFL, I don't know what you call it, broadcast booth, that Canton's offense has been on the field practically all day. They lead number of plays 72-43. That answers that question for you.
There you go. That's why he's only got 16 carries. And there's a toss of for Van Dam, and he's going to get the first down. Nice little step forward past the 30. And Doug Day, you just got laid out, son. How does that feel? Wow.
Now, Chad, when stuff like that happens, I tend not to call out the defender's name because it's already embarrassing. You're just hoping that their mom isn't watching, but you don't care. You just went ahead and called out Doug Day like that. Maybe Doug Day should have been eating, I don't know, some healthier foods other than Twinkies because the fullback just laid him out. But Doug, just know, it wasn't me. I wasn't going to call your name out. Chad took it upon himself to do so.
I want to apologize. I mean, sometimes when you're calling these games, Eddie, the fan in you just comes out, and that was a big-time play. I apologize. Buford Van Dam and Doug Day made him pay right there on that play as he hit him hard in the ribs for 5 yards.
In the SFL YouTube chat, they're saying that Buford is out there looking like Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans.
I mean, he did. Offset eye, 2nd and 5. As there's Van Dam once again, and this time they're going to be able to hit him in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, and you hit on it, Chad. I mean, as a fullback, you want to keep your shoulder square, which I'm surprised they calling so many runs from him to the outside. I get it. Once he gets out there, he's a mismatch for any would-be tackler, but that time they got to him before he could straighten up.
Single back set with the running back slightly to the left
They
side.
might be coming, Chad.
As Sight looking and wow! What a catch there! That was Nick Lockett. How did he catch that?
I have no idea. That ball was on the ground and he went down there, Chad, and got it around his shoelaces. Look at another look at this play. That ball is at his shoelaces. It's about a centimeter off the ground, and I'm surprised they didn't challenge that one because that was a tough catch to make.
And everybody, you know what to do in the chat. It's the end of the third quarter. It is 27-13. Mexico City with a shocking lead.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
And we are back here in Mexico City. As that is easily the nice hands catch of the game there. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. I don't think there's any other catch that's going to top that, Eddie.
Not at all. That's the catch of the weekend, Chad.
Wow. As that is going to be a toss out to Van Dam. And, man, I mean, what can you say other than, wow, Van Dam is bringing the heat tonight.
And I can almost anticipate Ramos Lynn, head coach of Mexico City Aztecs, telling me that's why we got him bouncing to the outside, because he's capable of making plays like that.
Yeah, but we are getting an injury update here in the booth as everybody looks like they're clear, so that's good news for anybody that came off the field.
Yep.
So second and 6, as Van Dam is going to be able to take that to the outside, get a nice gain, and that's going to set up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1, and Mexico City wants to keep their offense on the field and keep MVP potential candidate type attack on the sidelines. Can they do it?
Yep, going to be, let's see if they can. It looks like Seattle might be bringing some pressure. Looks like right up the middle, though, is wide open already.
Yes, it is.
And that's where they're going to go. Right up the gut. Van Dam, 1st down and more. Nice play there by Van Dam.
Great call. Great job noticing that, Chad. Pre-snap, Seattle is anticipating a run to the outside as Mexico City has been doing all game long, but here in 3rd and 1, they decided to run up the gut and catch Seattle's defense napping.
So a fresh set of downs here for the Aztecs. From the 34-yard line, that's going to be Van Dam once again. He breaks 1 tackle and gets a gain of 7 on the run. As now available free to download, you can play the SFL video game on the go with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23 Retroid, the official console of the SFL. As we are in an I formation set, there's the handoff. This time it is to Ray Bentley, and going to be just short of that 1st down.
3rd down and 1. I mean, it's the same old story. They want to try to keep their offense on the field. 3rd down and 1. Can they do it?
I think they got the right guy in the backfield there. View for Van Dam. That middle's opened up once again, Eddie. And this time they do toss it to the outside. Are they able to stop him? No! TJ Harper could not make the play. And Van Dam gets past the 1st down marker, but barely.
He did, but I would not be shocked if Seattle decided to challenge it because it was very close, Chad. But they're going to keep that whistle in their pocket. Excuse me, the flag in their pocket.
Yep, looks like it is going to stay there as it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Aztecs. As that's going to be a handoff to Bentley and just
look at this.
Makes his way. Look at the run here by Ray Bentley. I mean, as soon as he hit that line, Eddie, he was like, I got to get skinny. And he was able to turn sideways twice and be able to get up the middle. Watch this run, Eddie.
Ray Bentley's agent is up in the skybox somewhere, already telling himself, sending himself a reminder on his Rolodex or his smartphone or whatever he uses, that he's going to demand that Ray Bentley in the offseason gets a max contract.
he just wrote on a sticky note, "Get Ray paid." As that is going to be a handoff to Ray Bentley as he spins to the outside. Brian James there with a hard hit, and that's going to be first down.
Brian James lowered the shoulder and said about enough is enough of Ray Bentley. I'm tired of you guys talking about him.
Yep, Brian James, former #1 overall pick. As there's going to be 1st and 10, I formation set. As there is Bentley again, and they're not going to get anywhere that time. It's going to be no gain on the play.
Chad, I don't know about you. I mean, you're an offensive guy. I'm a defensive guy. But if I'm Mexico City, this ball does not leave the hands and go in the air. This is handed off to either Buford or Bentley. I'm going to settle for 3 if I have to and make this a 3-score lead with just about 6 minutes and change to play.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta drain this clock. I'm in agreement with you. As the offensive guy in this booth, I would say you gotta keep the run game going. 2nd and 10, just 6 minutes to go, and they go the opposite of what we said, and they're gonna throw it in the end zone, but it works anyway for them. That's a touchdown for Mexico City.
Chad, I don't know how they fit this ball in there, but Jordan Sipes saw something we didn't see and threw that ball through the tightest of windows between 3 Seattle Nemesis players and scores another touchdown, his 3rd touchdown pass of the night.
Yep, and that's going to bring out Blackwater here for the extra point. And I gotta give a shout out to Mike Daggs in the chat. He was saying that Matt is looking down tonight, seeing these Santa Fe Gorilla uniforms, and this team is playing just tough in those uniforms. Wonder if it's a coincidence on that one, Eddie.
Who knows? I mean, they're turning back the clock to the back in the days when they played in the U.S. with these uniforms, and Ray Bentley thinking he's still season 9 Ray Bentley. I don't know. I mean, it's just too much of a coincidence to think otherwise.
16 carries for 162 yards tonight for Ray Bentley, and let's give a shout out to Buford Van Dam, who's probably having a career day, right? 16 carries for 70 yards in this game so far for him, as Fox Highwind able to make a spin and get to about the 35. And good
I was
going to
touch on that, Chad, when he got his next run, but he came into this game for the season with only 53 carries. He has 16 of them tonight, spelling Ray Bentley when needed, keeping Ray fresh, and it's paid off big dividends for this offense.
Yeah, he had 228 yards coming into this game, and he's got 70 right now, so looking good so far here for the running attack. Like I said, I think Seattle just was not prepared for that. First and 10 from the 35. As they're just going to let this clock go as Patak drops back. Pressure getting to him, but Christian Bachagalupi showing the hands there with a nice catch.
One-handed snag. I was sitting there watching that play develop pre-snap, and Dexter Jackson looked like he had bad intentions as he was trying to direct the defense as well as keep his eyes on top attack in case he took off.
Yeah, that could have been a nominee for that nice hands catch of the game, but, we already saw that earlier on that fantastic catch on the ground, basically. As that's going to be first and 10. T. DeQueen's going to go in motion. As Patek, pressure getting to him, and Dexter Jackson had an opportunity for a pick.
Right on cue, we were talking about him. Dexter Jackson, one of my favorite linebackers in the entire SFL besides my own, makes a great play.
I love how you always do that, and that shows how good you are, Eddie. You're always like, everybody's good except for my own. This person's good except for my own. You do a great job of that, indeed. 2nd and 10.
I appreciate it.
2nd and 10, twin set as Patak looking short. He finds his target, and that's Pauly Truth, 3rd and 5.
Pauly Truth has been consistent all night long. That's his 7th catch of the ball game on 9 targets for 75 yards.
So 3rd and 5 as Seattle looking for a chance to extend this drive. 4 wide set. Mexico City's going to play back a little bit. Attack's going to take this on his own. Gets through the pile, but does not get the first. I was waiting to see if maybe he was going to try to do a little Ray Bentley impression tonight, being a little light on the feet.
Dexter Jackson, let's give him some credit, Chad. He was not going to allow him to slide. He said, no, young man, you're going to get a grown man tackle.
4th and 1, and listen to this crowd. Eddie Patak drops back, pressure getting, and that is caught. Who else but Paulie Truth?
Paulie Truth is the truth. That you're right. They're going to go hurry up.
And they extend the drive on that 4th and 1. Patak drops back, looking, and tipped away, almost intercepted. That was Charbs, who had the interception earlier.
And I think right before that play, you remember the gym shoes that you used to be able to buy, that you would pump them up to get more hops? I think he put on a pair of those tonight because, there you go, he jumped about a good 3 feet in the air to bat that one down.
I mean, I had to have the air. I can't remember what they called those, but yeah, I mean, I'm a white kid from Indiana. I have no hops. As this 2nd and 10, Patak drops back, pressure getting to him. Dan Tritz. We figured he'd get a sack eventually, and he does.
That's his second one, Chad, but great job.
3rd and 16, 5 wide. Patak looking, and the pressure, and there is Tritz again, making a play.
Chad, you said it about a few minutes ago, but I'm going to reiterate it. Tonight, Mexico City has wound back the clock, getting press on the quarterback, getting great production out of their run game, and they got a ball control type passing game. It's done wonders for them tonight.
Yep, Dan Tritz, that was his 2nd sack of the night. Ziggy Blaylock had the sack earlier. Patak.
Oh, that's not going to get it done, Chad.
Run here. That's not going to get it done at all. And that is going to be a turnover on downs there. And we are going to go to the SFL studios one more time for Cam and Irvine. Cam, take it away.
Look at how this one ended in D.C., guys. A fake extra point for 2, and it was well covered by the Dragons. Can you believe it? D.C.'s karma finally comes back around, and the Dragons improved to 6-5 with a big 6-5 matchup with Charleston next week. Canton 7-5 going into the playoffs in 2 weeks. Back to you guys.
Wow, and what a way to end that game there, as Ray Bentley going up the middle, talk about turning back the clock. He's saying, I mean, he probably listened to Cher before the game, Eddie, if she could turn back time.
I think this whole entire Mexico City squad did, Chad.
Yeah, I'm sure that probably what happened. I can see exactly what happened, right? They're all in the locker room. They're prepared. Here comes Mike Daggs with an old boom box from the 80s that he probably got from Gerald anyway. And it just plays Cher. Turn back the hands of time. As it's going to be 2nd and 7. And I mean, this has been just an impressive game plan and for so far here for Mexico City. As they're letting this clock wind down to get just over 3 minutes to go. There's Bentley with the handoff up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Look at this. Almost had an opportunity to go for 6 right there. They made a touchdown saving tackle.
Chad, I thought he was gone, Chad.
I thought he was too.
Right up the A gap. He tried to go to the left of the center. There was nothing there. He bounced it to the outside. But what was even just as impressive is he bounced it outside in like a millisecond, was bounced out there, and he had bad intentions of getting to the end zone, but Seattle rallied to the football and brought him down.
You know, I wonder what kind of mixtape that would have been with the Cher stuff, right? Would you have played like Mr. Mister, like Broken Wings, with that as well?
You can throw that in there, Chad.
Until the end of time, right?
You spot on tonight, man. Coming up with this stuff on the fly. I like that. The Michael Jackson thing, you got it going.
We're doing okay. As it's just a gain of a couple up there for Ray Bentley.
Frosty with the tackle. This is gonna bring us to the 2-minute warning, Chad.
Yep, and like I said, Mexico City with the ball, and they continue just to milk this clock out. Mm-hmm. And we are indeed going to hit the 2-minute warning here in Mexico City. As, I mean, if you would have asked us earlier, we would have said this score would have been flipped. But Mexico City with a big lead here against the Pacific Division champion Seattle Nemesis. We'll be right back here on SFL on YouTube.
Yeah, SFL Nation, who you got? It wasn't even close.
I'm sure it wasn't. I am sure it was not. As they are going to toss that to Buford Van Dam. Gets the broken tackle there. Almost broke another one and gets a gain of a couple. The who you got, I'm trying to pull this up here, 89-16.
Yep.
In favor of Seattle.
Yep.
And them 16 people that chose Mexico City may have probably been all in the same locker room in Mexico City, but if they were outside of that and they picked an upset, they picked correctly, and I need them to give me the winning Powerball numbers for later on tomorrow.
It was actually 79-13, but yeah, same premise.
Oh, there you go. As is going to be a handoff to Bentley, and they're going to be just short, and that's going to be a timeout, and I would assume that Mexico City will punt this away.
Of course. They're already running out in the field.
Yep, so that is
the punter looks like he's bow-legged or pigeon-toed or something the way he's standing there.
K.L. Barrett Jr., who we got to give him props. I mean, that one punt, the last punt he had, like pinned him down like at the 16-yard line. It was like
another good one.
Massive boot. And that's a good one right there with a little finesse on it, taking it just to the 22. And so, I mean, I'm going to make you put your head coaching hat on again here, Eddie. I mean, if you're Seattle, are you going to try to run the 2-minute offense here to see how it works against this defense?
Absolutely. Why not? You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, absolutely nothing to lose. You want to be able to make sure that things, maybe this is where you start trying some things that maybe you thought wouldn't work but might work in game time as Patak drops back.
Look out.
There's the pressure again. That is Blaylock with his second sack of the night. And this offensive line, Eddie, was holding up well early. But in the second half, they are tired and they are just giving up sacks.
Chad, and at this point, they probably aren't going to do it because Ty Patak just has too much pride, but I would consider taking him out this game to protect him.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can see exactly where you're coming with there. I almost agree with you. But it doesn't look like they're not going to do that. Patak, short drop, looking tipped away. That was intended for DeQueen. It was incomplete.
Mexico City, throughout this game, has done some things that cost Arizona early in the season. And so when they came out with their game plan, Chad, I was surprised that it worked at the level of success that it has tonight.
Yep, 5 wide set, 3rd and 15. As Patak looks down the middle, and that is caught. And that looked like to be Fox Highwind on the catch, and that's a first down. They're going to go no huddle. Patak, pressure getting to him again, and Blaylock takes him down. Blaylock is winning that matchup all night long, and that's against Matty Mack, I believe. As Patak looking over the middle, caught. That is Fox Highwind, I believe, with the catch. It may be, I can't really tell. It may be Fullerton on that, actually. Patak looking, and there's another sack. That is Blaylock again. That's his 4th sack of the night, Eddie.
How is Ty Patak continuing to get up? That's one tough dude.
Yeah, usually there's a spike right there. I don't blame him. Spike it and stop the momentum here because, you got to give it to the rookie, Eddie. For a guy to come in here and get hit 6 times like that, he's been hit plenty of times already, but 6 sacks here early in this 4th quarter. This is just crazy.
To this crowd, they up.
They are
3
on
scores
their
and
feet.
still on their feet.
Patak, look at this
again.
Blaylock again. And I think if you're Seattle in that situation, right now you're going to go for it on 4th and 20, but I think you need to maybe switch around Mack and Stevens there. Try to help him out.
You got to do something, Chad. But first thing you got to do is just protect your quarterback to give this offense a chance. Look at this rollout.
And that is going to be and look at that. That was a loss right there. Blaylock just turned it on here in this 4th quarter. 5 sacks here for Blaylock tonight. And, look at that. He just ran right into him.
Yeah, that time, I think he was just trying to escape the rush that was coming to him and give himself a chance. But they lost outside contain and going to turn this ball over in downs. And Mexico City's going to come out here in their favorite formation, Chad. And what's that?
That is victory formation. That's everyone's favorite formation.
That's right.
And so now here you are. Mexico City has already been out of contention for a playoff spot. But this is a very impressive victory to carry that momentum. You got Houston next week at home, I believe. So this is a very impressive victory here for Mexico City.
Very impressive victory. Yes, it's late, but it's something to build upon moving forward to next season. Ramos is one of the better coaches in this league, and I knew it was only a matter of time before he figured things out here late in the season and got things turned around. And I'm sure his locker room still believes in him too.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at Seattle, I mean, the only time that they've lost is the two teams that are combined 19-1, Alamo City and Fort Worth. And, as we started talking about, turn back the hands of time, Mr. Cher, anybody else you could think of with those songs. Ray Bentley, 20 carries for 179 yards, 9 yards per carry, Eddie. Very impressive game for the Hall of Famer Ray Bentley.
Seattle came into this game, Chad, ranked second in points per game, scoring 36.2. Mexico City, their offense is what helped contribute to limiting that number. They stayed on the field, continuing to convert though on third down, keeping their offense on the field and type attack on the sidelines, holding the clipboard, waiting to get his number called. But Mexico City did not give them too many opportunities. I think they only punted twice tonight, and doing so, keeping time off the field, limiting Seattle's opportunities. And when they got in their red zone, Mexico City buckled down, tightened their chin straps, and forced them to kick field goals. And that is a winning combination for success in the SFL.
Yep, and there you go. What a game here tonight.
Number 13 on third down for Seattle. Not going to get it done.
Not going to get it done. So tonight, thank you once again to Adam Nold and Damon Simeon. This is Chad Rowland. Eddie, sign us off, my man.
Arizona, I love y'all, man. Yo, I really wanted that win versus Minnesota. I was 0-2 against BJ coming into that game. Twice I screwed up the playbook doing so, and it cost us time and time again. We kept calling the play I thought I took out. We got the win this week, but I know Axe was on the grind over there. I spoke to him after the game. He got his head up. He going to get that thing figured out moving forward. But until next time, y'all, thanks for coming. Good night, and drive home safely because what, Chad?
We out.
We out of here, y'all. Peace.